It's another Sunday afternoon, and we are here again on the platform. Together we rise, building our nation. We're definitely gonna be featuring one of the most interesting sports advocate, coach, and I say a talent scout for Jamaica, wider Caribbean, and a man who is true to his word. With me is no other than Mike Mercy Olivier. Also in the studio is no other than Dennis Blake, great Olympian and one that is recognized globally also for his athletic ability. And with us is his coach, which is Mike Olivier. And and for me, everybody know me, Ian Thomas. But what we're saying this afternoon, without such a man, Mike Olivier, so many of us would have missed our calling. And that is included myself, Dennis. But
Yes.
first, before we tell you a little about our story, we just want to welcome Mr. Mike Olivier to the platform. Real talk with Dennis and Ian, and a real talk, real money. But today's real talk.
Thank you for having me. It's really an honor to be linking up you guys again,
Yes. Happy to have you,
And I
man.
hope we have a eventful night.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, coach. Happy to see you, man.
Yeah, man, thanks a lot. You all bring back great memories to me, man. Trust me. You know.
It's always good to start at the beginning, right? How did your journey in athletics and coaching begin? Tell us a
Well, I
little.
mean, I was from high school. School I went to called St. Vincent Boys Grammar School. I was in a house called Miller House, which was like a family. So they got me. I was the only young guy they had there, so they had me doing everything. So I developed this little skill, and sports has always been part of my life, man. From the coaching aspect of it, I've been coaching. I've been helping the younger ones in my school, and then when I went to university, I joined this club in Barbados called UAC. I picked up a lot from a coach called Frank Blackman, and then I just started to help people, and then I did my courses, IWF then courses, and I arrived in Jamaica with some qualification.
So, which sports did you play? Or
Well,
did you participate in?
I'll be frank with you, I thought I'd have been replacing Lance Gibbs as a West Indies leg spinner. I was a leg spinner from I played primary school cricket. I was pretty good in school, but when I went to Cave Hill, cricket is not as prominent as it is now. So, but then I played serious football, and I also I did track as my main sport actually after a while.
Okay, so we know. So would you say that sports is what really pushed you to become a mentor? Um,
Well, you see, while I was in school, I was a pretty good, top of the line sportsman at the St. Vincent level. But I just didn't have anybody to guide me outside of St. Vincent. And that's one of the reasons really why I decided to go into coach because I know a lot of kids out there wouldn't have opportunities if people don't commit themselves to helping them. And it just grew, and it's part of my life now. I don't know anything about like retirement or stop coaching. I never thought about those things.
yeah, do you want to jump in here now?
No, I think it's the perfect time for me to jump in, coach. Because as you mentioned, you basically go out of your way, I would say. Because I hear some stories, some people all over in St. Thomas, St. Mary, you go and
St. Anne.
you yeah, you find these athletes, and that's so how serious you are about in terms of uplifting and empowering you through the sport. And I say, this topic is what basically would have happened to me or Dennis if it wasn't for someone like you. And I share my story. I remember I used to run in at primary all age level, and I was pretty good, at running. But if it wasn't for you who spoke with the coach of Rosal all age, and you say, guess what? What this guy done by States? I was in the hills shooting birds. And I got a call that Mike Olivier needed to cover States. And I had to go do an exam. So I had to go take photos and so forth. So I want to know, where do you get this drive to reach out to young men and young women across Jamaica? You're not Jamaican, we know that, as you have mentioned, but yet still you have such a passion for these young kids.
Well, the Jamaica and state situation in particular. Well, when I came to Jamaica, I was supposed to be like the sports master of the school. I was coaching the Costa Cup team with the first year. I had good players, but we just didn't pass the first round. So I decided to, at that time, there were two young coaches on the rise, Wendell Dongzell, who we had to make a space for at state so that he could function as a coach, because we needed a real female teacher, but we needed Dongzell too. So Donzel played the role of a female teacher in terms of the responsibility, and at the same time, Junior Bent was just established himself as a coach. So we had responsibilities for each sport, and we cooperated because Junior was part an athlete and let me know. Donzel the same way, and I was part of football. So I think the cooperation that we had there helped to a great extent. But I think the most pivotal point for me as a coach in terms of, if you may call it success, when I came to Jamaica, I wanted to make an immediate impact, not just for me, but for my school. And the two areas that I saw that were weak were the hurdles and mid distance. So I went to Mr. Don Pottinger and I told him what I had in mind. And at that time I had a little problem with the bursar. He said, no. Give him what he want, give him. And the support I got from John Pottinger, like when we'd go out, like he would say to me, this is for the boy them to eat. This is emergency money. And this is for going in your pocket. So the support I got from John Pottinger really piloted me to great heights. And in addition to that, right in my home, my greatest support was there. Boom.
Dennis, I don't know if you want to share a little of your story, how you got to States. I know you started at Junction, but just give how he have impacted your life.
All right. So first, I was supposed to go to States to take an exam. When I went home and looked in my mom's purse, she only had like 55 cents. So I wasn't able to leave that morning with the team to attend States to take the exam. And I remember the principal said, after the kids left, they couldn't believe that I wasn't on the team going to States to take that exam. And the principal, I passed the gate and the principal saw me and called me and asked me, why didn't I come? And I told him that I have no money. And he said, I should have come. He would have paid for me to go down there and take the exam. So I ended up going to Junction Secondary School at that time, now B.B. Cook High School. I remember competing for States. I think it was called Mutual Games. So I used to participate in Mutual Games. And I got the opportunity again, Mr. Olivier. Thank you for that. Mr. Olivier drove to my house on a Sunday evening and said, you need, this is after many, many tries, like everybody else getting scholarship and leaving. I was one of the fastest quarter milers, yet I wasn't getting a scholarship. Everybody else, gets scholarship and on their way to the United States. And I remember Mr. Olivier and I was talking, and he said, you know what, maybe you should go to GC Fast and take the exam there. So I went there, took the exam. When I came back to States, he asked me how it went. I said, I don't feel like I want to go there. And I got a job at the Bull Savannah factory, started working. But during that same process, I never stopped training. I still was training, staying in shape. And then the scholarship came. Mr. Olivier said, the first scholarship that comes, we're going to take it. And it was after, that was, all the kids had left for August, September schooling. So the whole semester, I had to stay home and work. And then in January, in December, the scholarship came, and I have a very short window. So Mr. Olivier drove to my house and said, look, the scholarship is here. You need to be in Kingston by tomorrow. That was Sunday evening, so I had to head to Kingston. I had challenges in Kingston. Mr. Olivier can tell you. I had some challenge. But I didn't get the visa the first time, and I had to get some more money added to my I-20. And then I went back to the embassy, and that in itself is a whole story. That in itself right there is a whole story.
Listen to me. You left out a very big part, I don't know why you're laughing, because we are talking about your final year at States. Okay? Am I right?
Yes, yes.
After